Welcome to MacroEdtech online educational services. We are going to launch 60 days course on ethics, integrity and aptitude, which is part of UPSC Civil Service Main Examination 2024, and today is day number 1. So what is ethics? Ethics in common parlance is set of principles that guide human actions in a way acceptable by the society. Observing ethics in the discharge of duty means doing duty in such a way as is acceptable to the society. But it is also true that what is acceptable to society? It is subjective term. However, by and large, there is a broad concurrence that any action that does justice is good to society, is done with no selfish gains to the doer, is acceptable to society. Now, essence of ethics in human action. Human action refers to conduct of an individual. Ethics is the guiding light pertaining to determination of what is right, what is wrong. Essence of ethics in human action implies that observance of principle of goods versus bad in thought, conduct, and behavior of an individual. Human action mostly proportional to the nature of choice between two or more course of action. A person who chooses the course of action that is right and doesn't cause harm to others. We can see here in next slide. A person who chooses the course of action that is right and does not cause harm to others is said to have observed ethics in human action. Determination of a course of action as right or wrong is not easy. This is because the differentiation is not that of black and white, but of grey. Right and wrong interweave into each other. Let us see an illustration to understand this better. Suppose a wildlife photographer finds a cheetah catching a deer. Now he or she has two choices. Option 1, save the deer, and option 2, take photos of the same. Means take photo of the deer and cheetah. On the surface, it appears that option 1 means save the deer is correct, since it amounts to saving precious life. However, option 2 is not wrong because it is accordance with the professional code of conduct of wildlife photographer. Yet one may argue that saving life is more important than adhering to professional code of conduct. However, let's think a little deeper. Suppose you choose option 1 and save the deer. It amounts to depriving the cheetahs of food. By restoring to option 1, we are committing following mistakes. We are breaking nature's food chain law, we are snatching food from animal, and we are contributing to decline and eventual extinction of a species of cheetah. Hence, a decision need to be taken keeping the above things in mind. Now, let us take some variation of our example. Suppose a criminal is chasing to kill a common man. Then a newspaper reporter witnessing the scene has two choices. Save the common man or take photograph, make video. In this scenario, the choice is straight. He has to choose option 1. This is because of the following. Because none has any right to harm a fellow member of society. Because killing is not approved by society and killing is not necessary for survival of criminal. So criminal need not have to kill that person as that person is not his food. We can deduce that an action becomes ethical if it mandated by nature, is approved by society as right, and does not harm to anyone else. Now let us take an example from the life of hypothetical civil servant Henry. Henry is district magistrate. His district is one of the three districts badly hit by flood. Supplies to other two districts have to pass via his district. Henry discovers that supplies are short for his district. Here Henry has two choices. So Henry has two choices: unload only the supplies meant for his district, or unload supplies meant for other district also to cater to the need of his district. So which one is ethically correct? Nothing is perfectly right or wrong. Now Henry has two choices: unload only the supplies meant for his district and unload supplies meant for other district also to cater to need of his district. If we see option number 2 is somewhat ethical and some extent unethical also, because Henry is obliged to meet the need of citizen of his district and he is catering to genuine need of people. Simultaneously, Henry is depriving the rights entitlement of citizens of neighboring district, and he is helping his citizens but only at cost of adding to pain of citizens of neighboring district. So this doesn't mean that rest option means option 1 is best. Even there are ethical problems associated with first option. First option says that unload only the supplies meant for his district. So this is also not ethical because Henry is not adhering to his professional ethics of catering to the needs of citizen of his district to whom he or she is custodian. As the saying goes, charity begins at home. Henry has to first think of his her own people before thinking of others. So categorizing an action as good or bad, ethical or unethical, involves lot of complication and lot of balancing of extreme events. So in this case, ethical action has to be balanced between catering to need of his people and not depriving the other people of their rightful share. So balanced ethical action could be to unload the supplies meant only for district and to pitch for more supplies for his district from both government and non-government sources. You can subscribe our channel. You will get daily new videos on this channel. So stay with us. Thank you very much.